Hey everybody, it's your boy Iconic back at it again for another unboxing video for you. Today's unboxing video is Marvel Legends X-Men 97, which is based off the cartoon show that is coming back to Disney Plus, I believe for next year. Yeah, and I picked this up from my local comic book store, Red Nails. Got to give them a shout out. Been going there for years, and you know, they always hook me up with some of the good figures, and they always get me the stuff that I want and need. But yeah, this is pretty much Magneto from, I believe this is supposed to be a screen accurate of him in the show. It's been a while since I watched the show, but this is more of his iconic, pun right there, look from the show, and this is how I was introduced to him. There's very like different variations of him and stuff like that, but yeah, we got like pretty much Marvel Studios, X-Men 97, Magneto, and then a silhouette of him. And then the 6 characters here is for this wave, which you have Magneto, Wolverine, Storm, Gambit, Bishop, and Rogue. Believe got all those names right. And yeah, so we can take a quick look at the packaging. Very classic cardboard. I do love these boards, and looking at the figure, I might want to pick up a second one of this. I don't know yet, but we digress, as I always say. But yeah, we got Magneto, age restriction of 4+. So, and then yeah, not too much to show off the side, but the back just shows right there the 6 characters opposing Magneto. I wish they gave like a little like story, little detail about the characters, but I'm gonna chuck this anyways. But it's always nice to like have that extra little detail for like people that are like just getting into it. Ooh, there we go. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the box, but let's see how the figure looks out of the box. Alright guys, this is Magneto out of the box. There was a bit of an issue that I ran into. It's my fault, but I did rip a piece out of his cape and stuff like that, so I thought it was a defect, but I noticed that for some reason it wasn't coming out of the plastic right and stuff like that, so I was having a bit of difficulty. I don't know if it was because of the glue or the packaging was too seemingly tight, but to give you guys fair warning, when you're doing it, be careful so you don't damage your figure. I did mine, but not a big deal for me. But yeah, I just want to give you guys a heads up on that. But before we get to him, he does come with some accessories. Let's just get a quick zoom. He does come with a closed fist, which is nice. He doesn't come with too much accessories, but would have liked like an energy thing for his hand or something like that. But yeah, very well molded, very detailed. Not too much. There's straight red gloves. But yeah, but let's take a look at the man of the hour. I'm going to talk about a couple of things, and it's always kind of the same stuff that I run into with Marvel stuff, but this one was a little wonky for me. But let's just straighten him out. Remember to always play with the joints, and there we go. So we're going to take a quicker look. We're going to look at the head sculpt. Love the head sculpt, love the helmet, very like screen accurate. Mine's has a bit of a dink, I don't know, so when you're looking at your figures, also look at the helmet. But yeah, you can, I'm not sure if you can, no, you can't take it off, but it is like you can like spread it so you can see his jaw and stuff like that. But as you can see in there, he has a bit of like eyeshadow, white, so he does have white hair and stuff like that because he's supposed to be very old. The cape can go up a little more, so it's not like bounded, which I would have liked it to be bounded, or just like to be just stuck on, just like really stiff, but like I always say, we digress. He does have full motion of his arms, shoulders, and stuff, so yeah, it's full, almost 360, but you gotta kind of do that. Same issues that I always run into, like Marvel Legends stuff. The joints are a little like stiff, but you know, once you kind of crank it, pretty good. But some figures are usually like, once you kind of bend it, they get really loose. One thing that if you run into that, one person has told me like, oh, you could put your figure in the freezer for a bit, it actually tightens the joint. I know for some of my figures it has worked, and others have not so much. Could just be the type of plastic and stuff like that. He does have a bit of an ab crunch. The only thing I don't like is I felt like it should have been another like little like crunch, because it looks kind of weird when he does that. You know what I mean? Very odd. Just looking down. But yeah, not too much. The thing that I have a problem with this is, and I always run into Marvel Legends figures. I think they have to find a better way of like, it's always like the lower parts that posing these things sometimes. Maybe I'm just a bad poser, but when I was just getting him to try to stand still, it's always like the back's too heavy because of his cape, and then like, as you can see, like if I straighten him out, right, like just straight like that and try to put him forward, he falls. So I feel like when they make the character's feet or something like that, they should be like, I don't know, like in a way where if like a normal person was standing, it should be like the weight is distributed properly, I guess. I don't know, because I have so many figures that like are on the same price range as Marvel Legends, and like you take them out of the box, you adjust the feet just a little, you just like level it with the whatever, and it just stands. And you know, but that's just like a little complaint. But hey, it's little things you could fix, makes your figures a lot better, you know what I mean? But yeah, continuing, because I don't want to go on a rant here. We got some red paint, very muscular thighs. You got a full knee bent, which is always the trouble with some of these, but yeah, just same thing on one side, the other. The cape is kind of like a thin kind of plastic, very easy to rip, as you can tell that I did right there. I done goofed. It does mark kind of easy, so if you have like a bit of a nail and like kind of like dink it will leave a mark. So unless like you're like one of those really interesting people that I've seen that like, you know, they get their figures to kind of like, you know, give them like battle damage and stuff like that, then it works better for you. But yeah, not so much on this part. They're like little things here and there, but I love the details on the shoulders here, I guess the collar for the cape. The cape doesn't have too much details on the back, as you can see, and then little dots right there, and then you can see his little feet. Like if you guys can tell, like I barely try to I try to keep it like leveled. So if you could tell, sometimes I feel like, because these toys get mass produced and stuff like that, or figures, sorry, to pose them is like a pain, right? Because usually like you kind of have to play with them, and I'm just gonna have them just far back right there. This one was kind of tricky to pose. He's one of the hardest figures that I've actually had an issue posing and stuff like that. That's kind of my only complaint with him. But let's just yeah, no, just lose him right there. There we go. But yeah, overall, it's still a good figure. If you're a big X-Men fan and you have you don't own a Magneto, I do recommend you picking up one of these. And if you're a fan of the show and all that stuff, yeah, not too much to talk about this one. Easy unboxing for me. But yeah, before I go, I have seen we have some newcomers that are subscribing, and welcome and stuff like that. But yeah, for all newcomers, don't forget to subscribe. I made it easier when you watch my videos. Click my little icon, it'll automatically subscribe. It's free. It does help the channel out, and it helps you know, with content and, you know, the algorithms and all that fun stuff that YouTube likes to do. But yeah, not much. I do have some more upcoming videos that I'm like working on right now, so you guys will see me posting a little more often. Just a little hard to come by some figures because, you know, Canada kind of gets shafted a little bit. But anyways, moving on. But before I go, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and also comment. I try to answer everyone as quickly as possible. I've been trying to keep on top of that. But if there is any upcoming figures or anything you guys want me to do an unboxing of, let me know. I can see if I can get my hands on it, or if I know somebody. All that fun stuff. I like seeing what I can find. It's like a little hunt for me. But yeah, that's it for today. Don't forget, again, to comment, like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. But yeah, this is your boy Iconic going out.